no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. What's your name? Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. The other day, I would call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today, it ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Could it be that you are at the crib with another lady? If you took it there, first of all, let me say, I am not the one to sit around and play. So prove your
Be like, damn, slow down. I know you see it clean, adjusting her crown. She been knocked down, but she never stayed down. She been living life like it's her playground. And they be like, damn, slow down. They can catch us.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Y'all, it America real cold right now, like period. I don't know where everybody lives, but based off of where I live, I know everybody is cold. So it's -5 in the Midwest, y'all. Good old state of Missouri. It is very, very cold. So we are chugging along. I was supposed to go live yesterday, y'all. My best friend came into town. I've been helping her with her business. She actually runs a CMOS company. So she flew into town for the holidays, and my husband, we are all trying to get her orders out. So I will not be on here long, y'all. I'm still helping my friend, but I do want to come on here and give a little bit of my thoughts regarding the Tory Lanez case. We are on verdict watch, and I want to give you guys an update regarding the bodyguard, because this part right here, I know we were like joking, or not we, but internet was joking a little bit. But after this news report came out with the bodyguard's father, I'm kind of scared for him, you guys. So India, hey Miss Rod, hey Petunia. Oh my God, it's -4. Okay, I knew it, y'all. It's cold everywhere. It's really, really cold. So to kick things off, like I said, we are on verdict watch. I'll talk about that in a little bit, y'all, because baby, house is divided. House is divided. I'm losing my husband. I'm losing everybody over this trial, y'all. It's not okay. I'm just playing. But let me get started. So Megan the Stallion's husband, Lord, Megan the Stallion's bodyguard. You guys know that he was allegedly supposed to be a witness for the prosecution during the Tory Lanez trial, during the state versus Tory Lanez. About a week ago, it was said that no one had heard from him. Like, the prosecution was like, hey, we are trying to get a hold of him. We can't get a hold of him. Now, like India said, it was alleged that he was working overseas at the World Cup, but that is absolutely not true. His father was actually, so the bodyguard's name is Justin Edison. His father, Harold, was actually on Good Morning America today, and he actually said that he has not heard from his son since last Thursday. So over a week ago. He said in a quote, "My hope is that Justin comes forward so that he doesn't assume the risk that we discussed before." Like, what does that even mean? That we discussed before. He said, "I explained to him that this is not worth the risk. We must maintain our integrity." He added. Harold, Edison's attorney, Michael, advised that the court issue a breach warrant for Justin after he failed to appear in court, leading to continual harassment of the Edison family as they search for Justin. So people are actually it's an update 2 minutes ago. He surrendered. Lord, gee, this is too much. See, I can't keep up. Let me see. Okay. Thank you, Casey. Let me pull it up. So anyway, let me wrap this up. So the father was basically saying that he hasn't heard from his son, but he was basically telling him, like, it's not worth the risk. You already have a warrant. You need to come forward or wherever. This was last Thursday. So Casey said about 2 minutes ago, he actually turned himself in. Let's see. I can pull up the shade room. This is crazy. What do you guys think that he would be running from? This is really weird to me. Like, he was getting threatened. He was doxxed earlier. His nude photos was released a couple days ago. But I'm not sure if that's the Megan the Stallion stance or it's the Tory Lane stance. I'm not really sure, but it looks like he turned himself in. Let me share my screen and we can go over it together. This is crazy. This trial really has done some things. Drop in y'all comments below. Why do y'all think the bodyguard went MIA? Like, what could it be? What would be the reason? Okay, so it says Megan the Stallion's former bodyguards has been located and surrenders to authorities. It said, "Well, looks like Justin Edison has been located." Attorney Michael tells ABC News that the family surrendered Justin on Friday, and the prosecutors are aware. He was found, and the bench warrant was recalled. Adding that Justin came forward today because of what was happening to his family. Oh, so after the continuous harassment, I guess he was like, okay, let me at least protect my family and come forward. That's really wild. That is really, really crazy, you guys. My thoughts goes out to the family. It's the holiday time, and nobody wants to be dealing with this. Nobody wants to be dealing with this. Yulin Liquor said he lied about what Tori said to him, maybe. Yeah, that could be a possibility. But he wasn't there. He just received the text from Kelsey, right? So, okay, let me bring together the importance of the bodyguard. The bodyguard is important, and he was supposed to testify because allegedly Tory Lanez told him that he shot Megan the Stallion. That is why the prosecution was looking for him, because he was the one that Tory actually confessed to. That is the significance of this bodyguard. Hey, Dovely. So that's the reason why everybody was waiting for him, including the prosecution. So the prosecution's angle of this was a lot more than what people believe. I believe that both the prosecution and the defense side has a lot going on. So neither side had extraordinary witnesses, in my opinion. However, the prosecution believed that they were going to have this case be proven without a doubt based off of Kelsey, based off of this bodyguard, based off of the audio, the forensics, and the text messages in the social media post. So that was their angle, but their case crumbled right before everyone's eyes. Not crumbled because it's not over yet, but it basically, they had to maneuver some things based off of the bodyguard going MIA, Kelsey becoming a hostile witness, and some of the stuff that they wanted to include in court, they could not. So that's just that. But the bodyguard did have a significant role in the trial and the case, based off of him allegedly being told by Tory that he did shoot Megan the Stallion. Yeah, I wonder why he didn't want to say that either. It's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. But I'm happy he turned himself in. I wonder what will come out now that the jury, of course, is waiting. We're waiting on a verdict, and now he's been found. He's missed his opportunity to talk. What's going on? What in the hell is going on? That's really crazy. So now that we got that out the way, he's been found that fast after a week. I'm happy he's safe. What do y'all think about the trial? How do y'all think it's going? Do y'all think that Tory's gonna be found guilty of none of all charges, some of the charges, or none of the charges? What do you guys think? So I was talking to my best friend, like I told y'all, she's in town, and I of course was talking to my husband. Neither of these two individuals have really been keeping up with the trial, and talking to them and only knowing what they've learned on social media is another reason why I am so happy that I stopped covering this case after Friday. After last Friday, it just didn't become fun anymore. It wasn't newsworthy for multiple reasons. The main reason was, y'all know, I was sharing a particular lawyer's videos every live. Well, one of my other friends had messaged me on Instagram and was like, "Do you take time to like listen to other people? Or are you only going off of him?" So I was like, "Yeah, girl, I listen to other people too." And she was like, "Okay, so have you noticed that some of the information that others share, he doesn't share?" And I was like, I mean, he seems credible to me. Like he's there, he's a lawyer. I haven't heard anything like biased. This is just us talking. This is just us shooting the shit. And I'm just talking to y'all like I'm talking to her. And she was like, okay. But after she said that, I'm like, okay, why would she say that? So I did take a step back and I actually rewatched my lives. And I'm gonna tell y'all where I noticed that things wasn't adding up with him and his reporting style. Let me put it like that. So, do y'all remember the day that Megan testified? Remember, he and like myself, I agreed with him when he was like, she got up there. I was looking for her to be the strong black woman, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, that was sound advice because I was thinking of that too. Fast forward to when Kelsey got on the stand. Remember, when Kelsey got on the stand, what a lot of people do not know is before they broke for lunch, she was literally sitting on stand, uncooperative. She was not talking or answering questions. When this lawyer actually did his video, he said she was extraordinary on stand. And mind you, I didn't realize it in real time at that time that I was covering that day of trial. It wasn't until I went back and watched it. And I was like, hold on, why did I even let that play out? Knowing that I had already knew from other credible sources that she was mute before lunch, literally quiet. So I was like, how was she extraordinary on the stand? She was extraordinary because she wasn't giving any information, in my opinion. So I did start to see that he was, a little biased in his commentary. And I'm being completely honest. And like what I'm saying is not far from what a lot of people are saying. I'm not saying that you cannot have a side in this situation, in this trial. I think it's clear that y'all know my side is I side with the women. And my husband already said this to me yesterday. He was like, "You always side with women." And I said, "Well, I am a black woman, so it's kind of hard for me to not side with the woman." And he was like, "Well, can't you just say that you simply don't know?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can simply say I don't know." Because he truly believes that Kelsey shot Megan. He does not believe that Tory shot Megan. Now, mind you, my husband has not been keeping up to date on the trial. He ain't even watching my videos, y'all. He is literally looking at the Shade Room post and that guy. So he truly believes that Kelsey is innocent. So I had to, of course, explain it to him like the Tory is not claiming he's innocent without and he's being set up. Like he can't. If he was innocent, he would have took the stand. There's multiple reasons why someone that could be guilty doesn't take the stand. So I'm not saying that he is not innocent, but let me just explain. So I was like, he of course doesn't want to get up there and perjure himself or be confined into some things that will come out. Now, another thing that the lawyer that I was playing earlier last week, he hey Brina, hey CC, he this week was very upset when the prosecution went to the judge and was like, "Hey, if Tory takes stand, we would of course want to ask him about X, Y, and Z." The X, Y, and Z is song lyrics that he did in retaliation to Megan and previous charges, as well as bringing up that diversion case. Now, if y'all do not know, the diversion case is a gun charge case. But guess what? It can't be brought up in court because no one else can talk about it besides the person, i.e. that won't take the stand. So those type of information that's being left out is crucial in my opinion, because if I'm trying to understand a full story, I like to know all the details, the good, bad, and the ugly. And I feel like I've only gotten the good, bad, and ugly on the prosecution side and not so much on the person that's being alleged these crimes. Everyone, if you let it play out, everybody's making it seem like someone is trying to hold a black man down and da 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 da, which I find very hypocritical because this lawyer is also using that same type of tone. And it's like, I challenge y'all on a regular day to day. Take Tory out of the limelight. I challenge y'all to speak up this way for real black life issues. Y'all are not doing it. But when it fits y'all narrative and y'all woe is me story, y'all love to do that, which is very detrimental to us as a culture. Let's just say that. If y'all not really for the people, 25-8, don't use it when it fits. It's just the same as saying, "Oh, my best friend is black." No, 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 no. If you for the black man, you for the black woman. Let's be fair all the time. We can call each other out when we are wrong, and when we do that, that is not meaning we're trying to keep a black person down. But when people are really, really being targeted, y'all are quiet. Y'all are really, really, really eerily quiet. So, Ulent Liquor said yes, but sometimes black women lies too. Not saying Tory didn't shoot her, but Meg did tell lies, so it's hard for people to overlook. So that was another thing. So my friend was like, this is again because of social media and the post. Megan wasn't even shot. I swear, y'all, she just said this yesterday. I almost hit her with a box. I said, "Oh my gosh, why do y'all?" It's non-refutable. It is a fact. Megan Thee Stallion was shot. But the fact that people still 9 days into trial, waiting a verdict, believe that she wasn't shot is scary. It's scary. She was shot. No, no, she lied too much. Megan did lie. She did. But baby, she was shot. Okay? She was shot. And the fact that people do not think this alarms me. Now, who shot her is scary. It is, I mean, not scary, but it is a question. We really don't know. But like I told y'all on day one, and played back my very first day covering this trial, I said all the defense has to do is prove that there's reasonable doubt. And I brought up Casey Anthony. Being found not guilty does not mean you are innocent. It just means that there's a reasonable doubt that something else could have happened. When I brought up the Casey Anthony, I told you guys that it's a rumor that the verdict is going to be read in 30 minutes. Okay, hopefully it's read. And if I'm still on here, then we'll talk about it. Casey Anthony's whole defense was based around a theory that Kaylee drowned in a pool. And they got this theory from the mother. So the grandma actually talking to the police and saying, well, could she have drowned in a pool? Casey Anthony said herself she had no idea why the lawyer went with that angle until she asked. She was like, why are we saying that she drowned in a pool? And he was like, because your mom said it. So all they have to do is find something to form reasonable doubt and prove their reasonable doubt. Period, point blank. So that is why it's important to have great lawyers. I am not discrediting that Tory has great lawyers. And that's just a fact. I've said that from day one. I believe that they're great lawyers. He's not going to spend money on people that are going to get him locked up. However, there are things that are not being played out in court because they can't. I do believe that he has a very violent past. After I looked up the 2017 case and seen that it was for a gun, and I seen that one of his baby mothers said that that he beat her allegedly, he's going to court for the August Alsina. I was like, okay, so we're not acting like this man is innocent, but everybody wants to make it seem like there's no reason why anyone should pin these charges on an innocent man. Like, nah, he actually has done a lot of things, and he has a lot, well, not a lot, but he has a few pending cases. So it's reasonable to think that he could do something like this. We're not just pulling this out of thin air. On the other side, with Kelsey, okay, so she has all the motives. Megan backdoored her by sleeping with Tory. Besides the gunshot residue being on her, there is no evidence that points to her. Which leads me on to the defense's witness. The defense's witness never, ever, ever, and I've literally listened to 3 lawyers, 3 credible lawyers. I shared one of them on my community tab that said the defense actually, the witness, Sean Kelly, actually never said that Kelsey shot. He said he saw fire in between the 2 girls, which would mean inside of a car. There's no evidence that suggests that. But what he did say was that, yes, Tory absolutely had the gun in his hand, and that it was not I'm trying to take the gun from you. When the defense even pressured Sean Kelly and said, didn't he try to take the gun? He said, he mocked them and said, no, it's not like he was like, excuse me, Kelsey, can I please have the gun? Well, he didn't say Kelsey, but he said, it's not like he said, excuse me, can I have the gun? 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I told y'all we got kids here and everything. So it's not so when Sean Kelly even bounced back at the defense and was like, he cannot say, or he didn't say, excuse me, in the middle of a fight, can I have the gun now? It never happened. But he did say, yes, Tory had the gun in his hand, which was like literally jaw dropping for me, because I'm like, the defense team has done a great job at proving, or not proving, but forming this reasonable doubt. But once you put a gun in someone's hand, they was not expecting that. And he doubled down, which no one wants to talk about. He doubled down and said, no, there was no tussle for the gun. He never interrupted a fight and said, can I please have the gun now? It's my turn to shoot. It never happened. That's what he's saying. But mind you, he also said that he saw fire in a car. That never happened. So in my opinion, we can't really go off of anything that Kelsey said, or not Kelsey, Sean Kelly says, because it's just all over the place. But seeing that prosecution and defense are literally picking and choosing which side they want to say or of Sean Kelly's, is funny. It's funny to me. Another thing that people need to understand about the DNA on the gun, there's a lot of misinformation about the DNA on the gun. The actual, 1 second, y'all. Another thing was the analysis of the gun. Now, I didn't understand this either, so I understand why it was a misconception. Weeks before the trial, remember there was a faulty report that went out that said Kelsey had DNA was found on the gun. That's not true. Kelsey's DNA was not on the gun. There was no girl DNA on the gun. What the actual analysis said was there was multiple hands on this gun. That does not mean in a time frame of the crime, you guys. That's just the life of the gun. And that there's no way to really prove whose DNA was on the gun. And that does not omit the fact that someone else could have handled the gun. I'm paraphrasing, but that's just to break it down into English. Like, that's literally what the analysis said. I don't know why everyone is choosing to selectively read that Kelsey's DNA was on the gun and that Tory could not be the shooter because his DNA was not on the gun. Those two things that never was said. It never was said. It's not true. They could not pinpoint the DNA on the gun. Period. Period. Another thing about the gun is a semi-automatic, and this is when my husband even was like, hold on, wait, the gun was a semi-automatic. Remember, we figured this out on my live when one of my supporters asked what type of gun it was, and I was like, I'm not even sure. And we looked up and it was a semi-automatic, and the person in the chat was like, oh, so that means the rounds was continuous. I didn't think nothing else of it, but it does not fit the description of also what Sean Kelly says of he shot in the air, she shot in the car. It's a semi-automatic, so it's going to continuously go. It's not a boom stop. And prosecution also played the audio of the gunshots, and it was 3 rounds. It was bop 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 bop, bop bop bop, stop. It was a pause, and then 2 more went after. So it does not suggest a tussle for a gun, which Sean Kelly did say there was no tussle. He said he never stepped in and was like, can I have the gun? I thought that was funny that he said that, but I just wanted to get those misconceptions out. All I can say is the reasonable doubt is there. The defense has done their job, but that does not mean that if he is found not guilty, that he is innocent. Period, point blank. Kelsey, I truly like I said a few days ago, I do feel bad for Kelsey because I do feel like she, based off of her testimony, she was riding for Megan and she did get the short end of the stick. She found out her best friend was humping her man behind her back. She scoot over a little bit, turn this down. She found out her best friend was humping her man behind her back. She got beat up and had a big, very big, that no one wants to talk about, very huge ball spot from Megan or Tori. She was locked out of the hospital because of y'all know, the panorama restrictions. She had to, lose her friend. So she really got the short end of the stick as far as that goes. Like, damn, like all that happened in one night. That's crazy to me. Megan got shot, and Tori, y'all tell me what his short end of the stick is. I can't think right now. Shit. I mean, he's accused of this horrific crime and he's facing 22 years. Up to 2020, 22 years. So, I mean, they all have a short end of the stick, but I will say that this trial is not a trial that you should watch if you, or not watch, but keep up with if you have never, ever, 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 ever been accustomed to trial or court. This is out of y'all league, because some things that people are reporting, some things that people are saying, you can tell that they have no idea how court actually goes and how trial actually goes. Like, people keep saying, this is a fact, this is a fact. A lot of this stuff is not facts. It's merely a theory. Like, that's literally what it is. It's theories, you guys. It's not facts. Very little facts have been shown. And the hard part about this trial is a lot of the facts is given to the jury that people cannot see, people cannot explain in words. Body languages is not being explained, facial expressions is not being explained. So when we are getting it through Twitter or these Instagram posts, we are not really seeing the full context of this information. Okay, I'm about to get into the comments. Lint Liquor said, I think Kelsey shot her and Tori took the gun and fired the rest of the bullets in the air, which is why the witness said he was shooting crazy everywhere. Don't clown me, y'all. So Lint Liquor, the lawyer that I actually shared on my community tab actually said she does not know why people keep saying that he shot in the air. He never said that Tori shot in the air. He literally waved his arms left to right. The shooting in the air was never said or physically shown. And she also said that the defense did a horrible job at making sure that the court transcript said, let the record reflect Sean Kelly waving arms left to right. They didn't even do that. So they didn't even do their part in making sure that that piece of body language was reflected in the court records, y'all. But he did not say that man shot in the air, and he never, ever, ever gestured that way either. I'm a little behind, but I think he shot her. I doubt he would get convicted because there's reasonable doubt. Yeah, I do believe that he did it. And I could be wrong. Okay, let me put it like this. I believe he did it, but then I also can understand why people don't. So I keep saying I don't know. But I believe he did it. That's just me. That's just me, y'all. Don't if y'all feel like she did it, I'm not gonna stop liking y'all. Don't stop liking me because of this. This is my opinion. My husband has the complete opposite opinion of me. We ain't getting no divorce, but the house is divided. Because he basically called me, he was like, you just only look out for women, which is not true. But I feel like the severity of this type of thing, of her being shot at, scares me, y'all. I'm not lying. Like, I really, violence of that magnitude for being a slut, quote unquote, just it's never gonna be cool with me. It's never. And I never will use my platform to even utter that type of logic. I'm not. Sue me, unsubscribe, feel how you feel. I'm not gonna ever say, yeah, but she got shot, but it's her karma. I'm never saying that. I'm never. Call it what you want, feel how you feel. I'm a grown ass woman. I have 2 children. I'll be damned if I ever say being shot at is someone's karma. It's not. Kelsey didn't shoot her. Okay. There has been so many biased coverage for this case. I couldn't believe the flat out lies I've seen being told. Flat out lies. And I didn't know either, y'all. I was really playing that man's videos. And like I said, some of the stuff he says is true. None of it are lies, but he omits a lot of things, or he says things a certain way that you're not getting the details. You're not. And I didn't see it until my friend asked me. But I was already going through other people, but I was like, we're going off of everyone's memory. But how can his memory only fit the defense? Like, come on now. Meg's character is on trial more than her being shot. It really is. It really is. Kelsey didn't shoot that girl, Lint. Lint said don't attack her. I'm not attacking you, Lint. If I've learned anything from this, everybody is entitled to their opinions, but I do feel like we need to have a serious conversation about the severity of violence like this, like gun violence. Like, do y'all know every 50 seconds a black woman is unalived? Like, I cover these stories on my channel. Y'all never gonna get me to think that this is karma. Also, the LAPD did a horrible job investigating. They absolutely did, and they actually said it was because of their caseload. The LAPD said it was because of their caseload. I said, what type of garbage are y'all doing over there? Like, that's not an excuse. They will keep him out of prison until he takes someone's life. He has pending cases doing other things, and he's from Canada. Yeah, the neighbor said he only seen a flash from the girls, but actually saw Tori with the gun. Yep. And multiple people have come out and said this. Nick at Night has called out people. She had even said, which I really liked her coverage. And I don't know if she's actually said it, but I do think that she more is on the defense side. But I like her point of view, and I like the way that she's handling this case because she was on both sides. The first week of trial, she did not actually go to the courtroom. She was covering it the same way that like myself and other people was, where we was getting our updates from other people, other sources, and then just reacting off of that, right? Well, this week she actually went into the courtroom and she basically was like, y'all, it's totally different than what you guys see. She called out a lot of people that are biased. She called out a lot of people that are getting things wrong. And I liked that. I liked that because I feel like she formed her opinion based off of what she's seen in court, what she seen as valuable information. And that right there is something that I can respect. So when I shared her yesterday, when she was, of course, talking with other people, which I really liked how she brought different people on her show every day talking about the trial, I was like, you know what? That's someone that's doing their very best to cover this story, do it unbiasedly while maintaining what they believe. Even if I don't believe what she believes, you know what I'm saying? But I really like how she's covering it. You guys should catch up. I like how Armand Wiggins is covering it. They've been doing great to me, in my opinion. Maybe you should get the yes, I do want to get the they're expensive, y'all. I think they're like $100, and it's by sheet. After this, the transcripts after this and go over it with your subscribers. So many reporters have said different things. I think it will be cool. I've done that before. I have read transcripts. So I think that would be cool. Yep, they can't pinpoint when the DNA got on the gun. A lot of reporters are stating facts, not the actual transcripts. I honestly think Megan cut Kelsey off because Kelsey was still talking to Tori after the shooting. I think that Megan cut Kelsey off because of her record deal or her management. I do think it was because Rock Nation. I just do. I do. I can't tell you why, but I feel like if they gave her direct orders not to talk to Kelsey no more, then she would do it, which is scandalous. I think it was because she didn't want to deal with what she did, and her label advised her not to. I just said that, India. That's crazy. They are about to give the verdict in 15 minutes. Okay, hold on. The fact that a gun was pulled blows me. It was not that serious. Yeah, it wasn't. And to say that you were drunk, any party, Kelsey, Tori, Megan, to say that y'all are drunk is just not okay. Like it's just not okay. Like, we gotta stop playing with guns. Guns, I believe, is a right for everybody. Y'all know that. I believe that you have a right to bear arms, but no one ever needs to pull out a gun in a confrontation with words. Period, point blank. Are you staying online for the verdict? Yes, I'll stay online. Yeah, I like Nick too. She goes off facts. She's been saying things from both point of view. Yeah, she has, and she's been doing her very best. And she even said, like, this is my first time covering a trial, getting her feet wet. And the thing that I liked about her the most was it was her first time, but she instantly knew what to do. Y'all, she asked other people. She asked lawyers, she asked reporters. And that right there means that that's somebody that's hungry for the not the truth per se, but the information. The information. I was like, that is what I can respect the most. But some of these people, they're going about it the wrong freaking way. And it's detrimental to all parties, even to the point where people are now attacking Black media. Black media is not the people that are causing this misinformation. The main person that is causing this is other people, and it ain't Black. Okay. And I feel like we got to put some respect on the Black reporters that are in there doing their thing. Dennis Byron, Nick at Night, Armand Wiggins, those people are there. They're doing it. They are writing this stuff hand in hand. They're getting lawyers. Like, stop playing with Black media. Like, these people deserve their respects. I'm nervous and refreshing. I'm on trial, girl. Oh, sorry, I didn't know they would. Okay, so they're between like 90 and 100, but I'm gonna figure something out. Yes, I like Natalie Lawyer Sheet too. Period, Brina. Like, I'm not even gonna play those type of games. Like, yes, it's a lot of misinformation, but it's not the commentator's fault, and it's damn sure not Black media's fault. Of course, there are some people that happen to be in Black media that don't like either side. But let's be clear, there are a lot more people that are actually hungry for the information, trying to get it out to us for very little payment. Let's be very clear. What they're doing, Nick at Night, for instance, is driving over an hour, y'all, giving us multiple updates throughout the day. I don't think she getting paid that much. You know, you only get paid on YouTube one time a month. So this hard work she's doing, she ain't gonna see that check until January. Stop it. So I believe in giving flowers when due, even if we have difference of opinions, difference of viewpoints. I feel like it all just proves that we are all different. Our beliefs and our views are different, but the truth and information should not change depending on what you believe. Neek has done a great job at supporting both sides. Armand Wiggins, he cracks me up. He's been doing great too. I miss his lives on Instagram. But there's a channel, Pineapples, on here. She's been posting them, and today he actually did a live, or she posted the live, where he basically was explaining the Sean Kelly whole debacle and how Sean Kelly was actually explaining what happened. I knew he was correct because I had already watched the lawyers, and they actually also said the same information. I've seen misinformation across the board, not just the Black bloggers. Exactly. So I was like, why are people trying to blame this on a Black issue? Like, stop it. Just because these two people happen to be Black? No. I do wish that this was televised because people just don't. They're just. It's just too hard to keep up. Another case that I wanted to bring up and how it's so crazy. Do y'all remember and I really wish she would have covered the trial. I wonder why she didn't. The Plaintiff Jane. Do y'all remember when the Plaintiff Jane broke down that R. Kelly Rico trial, y'all, last year? She did amazing. She did amazing. So she was, of course, she had her viewpoint, she had her opinion of it. But she did great at covering non-biased, y'all. Like, it was clear she felt like R. Kelly should be guilty, but she covered everything. She broke it down. That is how I was thinking the Tory Lanez stuff would go. That's truly how I thought it would go. It didn't, because it was just a lot more. It was a lot more to go over. Like, it was just too much. But the Plaintiff Jane really did. She did that. She really did do that. And I wish she would have did this trial, because I would have been all over it. But what a lot of people don't know is there was a lot of R. Kelly supporters that was also covering his trial, and they would actually do, and if y'all are been with me for a while, then y'all know I would share their lives too. They would actually read the transcripts out loud, and it was so crazy to hear like them flat out, or people flat out justify wrongdoings, or minimize wrongdoings when it's to people that they like. Period, point blank. Like, people keep trying to make it seem like, oh, the Megan the Stallion fans is the people that are delusional, and that people really are just trying to keep a black man down, when people don't realize that Tory Lanez actually does have a lot of fans, and a lot of his fans, just like Megan the Stallion fans, are delusional. Like, I feel like it's across the board delusion. It's across the board delusion. I loved her. I love her too. She's so sweet. So do y'all think there's a chance that they all threw the case on purpose? No. No. I like, okay, so for the bodyguard to get a warrant for his arrest, I feel like it's more to that, but it doesn't mean that he was pressured by Tory. It like, I don't want to insinuate that he could have lied. He could have lied and said Tory said that, and he didn't want to get on stand and perjure himself. So I don't really know, but I feel like, yeah, you something was going on for you to not show up to court. But I don't feel like no one threw the case. I don't feel like there's gonna be a mistrial. I know people were saying that as well. It's not gonna be a mistrial. It could be a hung jury. I don't know. They said that the jury was asking some very good questions, asking for clarifications on a lot of things. So I do feel like they are taking it serious. I feel like the jurors are trying their hardest to make sure whatever decision they go with, they're comfortable with, that they can live with. Now, what I will say is, when you do bad things to people, whether you believe that they're good or not, right? So whether you believe that Megan got her karma, when you do bad things to people, and this is for Kelsey and Tory, because those are the only two people that could have shot Megan, the truth may never come out, but that karma gonna spin the block. Period. Those tables always turn. So no matter the verdict on this, we're gonna be able to see in 4K the destruction of one of those people's lives. Period, point blank, or both, or all. Who knows? But I believe in my heart, like, it's gonna spin the block, baby. So if Kelsey really did do that to Megan, karma not gonna spin the block because people love Megan because she made hit records. Nah, you just can't do bad. That energy is always gonna return. It's always gonna come back for you. If Tory did it, it's gonna return back to him too. So it's just a waiting game. It's just a waiting game. It took years for karma to spin the block to R. Kelly. It took years. Did you hear that Nick said what Nick said about the reporter who was covering the Weinstein trial and saying how women never believe other women? No. What did she say? Yeah, women never believe other women though. That's apparent to me. But hell, let my husband tell it. I only believe women. I said, damn, you really think that? He gonna say, yeah. I said, whoa. So I'm gonna go do some internal reflecting. But like I said, I don't know, maybe you just saying it off of like other stuff because he knows I cover a lot of women's stories on my channel. But I'm like, boy, you ain't even kept up with the trial. Like, how you just gonna tell me this? But it was humbling. Like, I have had conversations with some of my other supporters, and I still watch other channels, so I'm still learning other things. I don't know. I think Tory guilty. That's just my opinion of it. I feel like he has a violent past. He's done a lot. Hell, I told y'all, after what he did to August Alsina, it solidified it for me. Yep, they asked for more info and Sean Kelly's testimony to be played again. Yep. Things may not go in Megan's favor, but I hope this is a lesson learned. Tory's going to get more cocky and he's going to find himself in trouble again. I bet she was Kelsey's friend. But this whole karma over public is annoying. this is the thing. Kelsey said that she was never mad at Megan about the whole Tory situation, but she either is gonna regret her actions on the stand in one way, shape, or form. So if she really was a victim at the hands of Tory, that's gonna haunt her. If she really plays stupid for Megan, that's gonna haunt her because Megan and her are never gonna be friends again. I feel like that was a direct order from Rock Nation. That's just my opinion. So she's not gonna get a friend, and and Tori ain't gonna abuse her. You know what I'm saying? So she should have just lived in her truth. The whole I have memory loss and I'm stressed. It was a cop out. Basically, it was his first day sitting in the Tory trial. He was covering the Weinstein trial, and he was saying it was the women who were critical of the women, not the men. I will definitely say that I have definitely seen a lot more women being critical of Megan, but the men, they spearheading this whole "don't keep a black man down" movement, and I'm baffled. I am really baffled because when it's time to fight, they be fucking silent. Silent. Millennial Lux said, "Yeah, your hubby might be right. You were kind of aggressive, condescending, trying to crack jokes when I approached this trial with critical thinking instead of bias in the last live." Oh, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, Millennial. The only joke I cracked was about pocketbooks, and I was being dead serious and to a certain extent because I thought you were a man that was already trolling the trial. And I'm like, why do y'all keep being so like hung up on what she chooses to do with her body, aka her pocketbook is what I call it. But I definitely don't want to come off as aggressive or condescending. I feel like we all have a right to our opinions. But I'm never ever, I don't know if you was here earlier, I'm never, ever, ever going to apologize for standing up for women when it comes to domestic violence. Period, point blank. I am a black woman. I've had loved ones being harmed at the hands of domestic violence, and that's just not something that I'm ever going to tolerate. So my husband definitely can be right in that aspect. Yeah, no, I know after the fact, after I figured out when you was like, I'm a girl, I was like, oh shit, maybe this ain't the right person. That's why I kept talking to you. But at first, that's what I initially had thought. Kelsey was looking for a come up. She is being used by 1501, and I wouldn't be surprised if her husband divorced her. He married her for one reason. I don't believe it was love. I still have not trickled into that whole conspiracy of her husband. I told you I was going to do it last week, but I still was keeping up with the trial. I don't really know too much about him besides the fact that he is an exec. I honestly think Meg was advised not to talk to Kelsey. I do too. Like, I don't think I definitely think that Megan had no reason to stop talking to her. It at first I believed it was Megan's guilty conscience, but then I was like, nah, it has to be something bigger. She chose her bosses, and I don't think it's right. Kelsey took it hard and went full I hate Megan. Oh, and got mad at the lives Megan was making to give such a detailed interview only 3 months ago. Yep. Months ago, and completely changed on the stand just blew my mind. It really did blow my mind. It really did. Now, some things that they never ever circled back to that I thought was crazy during the trial, and that's I said it on my community tab. This is how you know he has good lawyers. They have in evidence that Tory Lanez actually did, from his account, say that Kelsey did not shoot Megan. That got brushed over, which is a win on the defensive side, because how did that get brushed over? Y'all talking about IP addresses, y'all talking about some anyone could have written that, but why would who would write that and leave it up till this day? Like, who would write that? For them to be able to brush over that, no one's talking about it. I was like, damn, he got a cool little defense team, because if I was, of course, on the jury, I would be hung up on that. Like, so we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna, like, but why would he say that? And then his whole defense is surrounding the theory that Kelsey could be the shooter. Like, I was like, hey, shit, if you like it, I love it. India, do you think if Meg would have cleared her name that she wouldn't have pulled this mess? They say, okay, so the hairstylist, the Megan's hairstylist, I didn't realize that they were not cool, right? But he did actually ask some clarification, and he was like, he was upset because Megan was going around telling people that he left her, EJ left her at Kelsey's house, and that's why she got in the car with Megan. And he's like, I would never do that. I would never ever. So I'm like, Megan, your ass is really over here going on and backstabbing all these friends or close acquaintances. Why? What was so hard about you saying that you got in a car with Tori? Like, it just made no sense. So that was the second friend that she has done wrong. EJ took it hard because he's like, hell, I would not. I'm a good friend. I never ever would do that. I knew she was drunk. I would have taken her. But she asked me to leave. She told me she was riding with Tori. Yeah, I think if Megan would have cleared her name, even though they weren't talking, Kelsey may have not felt so betrayed. Yeah, Kelsey was betrayed. I ain't, like I said, I felt bad for her once they played her testimony or her statements to the police officers, and they said she was crying, and she said she felt abandoned, like she abandoned her. I was like, that's sad. He works with Carl Crawford. Never messed with Kelsey until after the shooting. I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm gonna do it one of these days. Did they ever pull her bank records to see if Tori paid her? No, that never came up again from anybody reporting. I don't know if that happened, but it never came up again. Oh, and that was another thing. They also brushed over the whole who paid for Kelsey's lawyers, and the defense actually used that in their closing statements. They was like, who was the one that came in with lawyers? And I'm thinking, Kelsey said she didn't know if Tori paid for her lawyers. Y'all might not want to say that. I thought that was funny, but they never got brought up again. Meg ripped Kelsey to shreds on IG and had her whole following attack Kelsey, claiming she was paid off. I don't agree with that. Honestly, I think they all got into a drunken brawl and the gun went off. So it was an automatic weapon. I don't think that they got into a drunken brawl and the gun went off, because the range of the gunshots wasn't that they was balled into. They was all in like a huddle, and it was the evidence doesn't suggest that. And Megan didn't have any gunshot residue on her. Only Kelsey and only Tori. Yep, it sure did, and tried to say it was staff or something. But I have the same question: who will write that other than him? Yeah, why? Why would your staff write that? Who? Like, what? You crazy? So, millennial. That's the crazy thing. The prosecution actually played the audio of the gun going off. It went off 3 times, then it was a pause, and then it went off 2 times. So it didn't fit the whole, it was a brawl, and it didn't fit what Sean Kelly said either. That's what makes me think Meg was made to stop talking to Kelsey. Yeah, I think Meg was forced. Well, not forced, but hell. Didn't Audrey just say it was pow pow, then it stopped and pow pow again or something? Yeah, it was 3 gunshots, then it was a pause, then it was 2. She's taking a nap, baby. Taking a nap? Mm-hmm, she sleep. Sorry, y'all. I got a frog in my throat. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to get off here. Meg shouldn't have done any interviews or lives after that night. Meg gives me Krishan vibes, a drunken mess, not knowing what she did or said previously. I hope she put that bottle down. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because I had no idea. Once EJ said it, I said, now calm the hell on. Not you lying on the hairstylist. Meg is young, and she has a lot of healing to do. I don't even want to say I can ever imagine what she's going through by not having any parents. Um, I can relate to her in terms of not having a mother, and that is something that you will never ever get over. But to know that she lived with her mother, and now her mother is gone before she's ever able to become a mother, before she's able to ever be a wife, before she was ever able to walk the stage, those type of things make me empathize with her. It really does. I really, really, really hope she does put that bottle down and get some help. He was found guilty. Hold on. Hold on. I think he was found. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. How y'all know this? Hold on. Kelsey ass said that they bumped each other. Like, y'all didn't bump each other. Hold on. Oh, Nick just started live and she said Tory Lanez found guilty on all charges, but I'm not sure if that's just a title, like she's waiting for it or what. I don't see any update. Do y'all have any update? I just got it too. Because Meg lied about even fighting Kelsey, why would she lie? Why would she lie about that in court? That's why it was a drunken brawl. I think there was some lies, but something may have just been forgotten. So I believe that they really did forget stuff. I do, and that's why my husband even said like she was drunk, so she couldn't know who shot her. She could have forgot. She could have just hoped that maybe her friend wouldn't shoot her. Maybe it was Tori. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense too. It's a theory. I ain't divorcing my husband, but he was found guilty, y'all. He was found guilty of all charges. This is crazy. I'm gonna be kind of shocked. Hold on, let me get my thoughts together. I'm really shocked, y'all, because I keep telling y'all his lawyers was good. They did form a reasonable doubt. Verdict reached. I want to hold on, wait, y'all. I'm really shocked. Okay, so look, y'all. I got to see what the jury said. There's definitely going to be an appeal coming soon. The lawyer that I share, like I said, very unbiased, very factual. I like that type of stuff. Even if I disagree, I'm not. And again, I'm going to apologize to you again, millennial. I don't want you to think that I'm some type of aggressive person. I'm happy you came back to give me another chance. Because over here I do value a difference of opinions. But the lawyer that I do like and I share, she also mentioned that he does have a chance for an appeal if he was found guilty. So you're not too far off, India. I don't know if he's guilty, but society will be better off without him. And this is another thing. I don't know if y'all heard me, but I had said this. This type of thing we need to discuss more. Nobody deserves to be shot at. If he was the victim, even if he has all these past life crimes, he don't deserve it either. And when it comes to black women, we're being unalived every 50 seconds. I will never ever 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 get on here and say it's her karma. So I do feel like everybody can learn from this. That's crazy. Y'all know, but the jury, they was working overtime, but some said, Nee said they was falling asleep on the stand. And I said, that means they made their decision. But I was thinking they made their decision on Tory's side. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Like, I really thought that. I really thought that because they proved that reasonable, they did form that theory of reasonable doubt. But that last witness, Sean Kelly, fucked them. I'm telling y'all. And oh, let me bring up one more thing. the driver, y'all can call it what y'all want. Y'all need to watch trials. If the defense really had some damning information about what Kelsey did, they would have absolutely, without a doubt, waited for that week for prosecution to be able to come up with their cross for the driver to get him on the stand. They didn't have shit. That was just a bluff. That driver was not gonna be who it was. They was probably scared, but it wasn't what people thought. Like, yeah, they had him. They had him. Prosecution wasn't ready. Nah, baby. When you got your ace, you got your ace. They would have held off. It's crazy. Natalie Lawyer Chick said that there was a good chance of him losing because Sean put the gun in his hands. I didn't believe her. I didn't either. But all the lawyers I listened to, and yes, they were all women. God damn it. I told you I'm not a feminist because I'm against that movement, but I guess I am. I'll have to talk to my husband about this later. But let me get his reaction. Hold on. Babe, come here. Let me tell him what. Hold on, y'all. I'm on live and I'm not on mute. Tori was found guilty of all 3 charges. What? Yeah. I told them that she said that I'm always siding with women. One of my supporters like, he may be right. My husband over here shaking. He said, talk about some, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do some self-reflecting. I'm gonna follow up with y'all on that. But how do you feel about him being found guilty? He's facing 22 years.
I can't believe it.
You can't believe it?
I mean, he is a liar.
He is a liar, but you didn't think he did it.
I didn't. Like, why would you shoot a woman? Why would you shoot? Why would you shoot her in her foot?
They cuffed him in the courtroom. Kelsey is next, Miss Ross. She still committed perjury. She is next.
Some Harlem Nights.
Hold on.
Pinky toe.
It wasn't a pinky toe. It was her the heel, and she got to live with them bullets every day. Yeah, she don't have nerve damage though. That's crazy. Tell Mila. She don't even believe the girl was shot. Like
no, Tori, no.
You're for Black women, and that's okay. If we don't stand with each other, who's gonna stand with us? That's how I feel too, India. Y'all know this though. I am a girl's girl. I love looking at pretty women. I love all that. I love all that. I do, but I love men too. I promote the realness of Black love, having a strong Black man in your house, but emphasis on the strong Black man, because I believe in living a soft life. Let me share my screen. Let's see what they saying. Hold on. And then I'm getting off here. They cuffed him. Y'all know.
Mommy, what's up?
Yeah, you can go have your snack. Y'all know this is about to be up. Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all charges. The Canadian rapper was charged with assault with a firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm, and possessing a concealed and unregistered firearm in a vehicle. That's crazy. Let me go to Twitter. Let's see. And then I'm getting off here. Y'all know Twitter, it's a wrap. Let me go to Black Twitter before I leave. Skip for now. Let's see what academics got to say. Let's see. DJ Academics. He ain't said nothing yet. He probably wiping his eyes right now. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it up, and then I'm going to share my screen. Oh, wow. They said the mother and father. So Megan Cuniff, let me share my screen. Let me share this one. That's crazy. The father and mother is acting a fool in court, y'all. Yeah, I can't even focus. I'm really shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I want to, baby. I'm gonna have to leave, and we're gonna talk about this probably tomorrow. So Megan said a jury has convicted Tory Lanez of all 3 charges for the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. A crazy and downright scary scene in the courtroom as his father and stepmother screamed about Wick's injustice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tory Lanez have been found guilty of all 3 charges. I don't think no one saw that coming. Let me find the biased lawyer real quick. Let me see what Lawyers for Workers got to say. Let's find him. He said EJ was had beautiful hair. Y'all, that shit still cracks me up. Let's see what he had to say. We're just bouncing around, y'all. Got my petty boots on. It's not gonna be more explosive than R. Kelly. Until y'all get like R. Kelly, then women was out there crying, bawling, snot booger tears. Tory Lanez, unless they top that, I don't see it. Cause the way they act a fool for R. Kelly, I ain't shocked. I'm not shocked. Like they really they be loving them. They remember after R. Kelly was found guilty, they tried to raise $1 million. And all that money that he raised on his books went to his victims. Okay, let me mute and see what he had to say. Y'all, my baby, little Audrey, is back here smacking on some chips, y'all. I'm so sorry, but hold on.
Verdict is in, guilty on all counts. Tory did not react. He stood motionless, staring forward the entire time. They polled the jurors to make sure that what everybody was saying was in fact guilty. They went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. Every single person said guilty. Tory was taken into custody, remanded into custody. No bond at this time. Sentencing is set for January 27th. At the end of the proceeding, his father stood up, had an outburst in court. The sheriffs had to remove him. He eventually left on his own volition. He was not arrested. Another gentleman took out his phone, recorded the outburst. That gentleman is currently in front of the judge right now. The judge is, I guess, going to charge him perhaps with violating the rules of the court. Guilty on all 3 counts. Tory Lanez will be sentenced on January 27th. He has been remanded and taken into custody by the Los Angeles sheriff. Verdict is in, guilty.
He's so sad. Oh, great. Hold on. Now you gotta be charged by the judge, y'all. Y'all cannot be in court acting like that. Y'all cannot. That judge, they said, was very no nonsense. Ooh, them comments though. I seen the comments, y'all. I just didn't read them. They crazy. I mean, not read them, but I didn't read them out loud. But they over there talking about it was rigged. Yeah, a jury of your peers, and they were. It was more women than it was men, but they went through every juror, as he just said, and everyone said guilty. It was unanimous. That's really, oh, baby, my eyes is cocked like a pistol. No pun intended, but baby, I am shocked right now. I hope all these black male celebrities like 50 Cent who were loud and wrong apologize to Meg, but that probably won't happen. That is another one. I am so happy you brought him up, Latasha. He is very, very wrong. I hate his approach to women. I really do. It's just so hard. It's like, stop. I know my Facebook is in shambles. I just know it. Somebody, Nicole said, I hope his baby wasn't with him. Y'all. Woo. That little baby did not deserve to be out of school for 2 weeks, sitting in the hallway on his iPad. That's like too much screen time, Tory. Good. They be thinking they can do whatever and get away with it. It is sad. Maybe if he didn't turn this into a joke from day one, his family wouldn't be so shocked and better prepared. Yep. They said his daddy acted a fool and threatened Rock Nation. Okay. So there has been a strong connection to Rock Nation about this whole trial. Y'all, I guess we're going to go down that rabbit hole next. When I brought up Rock Nation, let's be very clear. I don't know none about the conspiracy theories. I just said I believe that they told her that she couldn't be friends with Kelsey no more, to cut her off. I don't know if they have power enough to sway a jury of 12. I don't know. I don't know about that. We're not reporting that over here. Yep, the dad called out Jay-Z. Jay-Z do not care. He don't care. Let's just start there. And y'all better not come for Queen B. We gonna fuck up the night. Yeah, everybody gonna be real quiet to this. It's gonna be crickets. I told you I went to academics first, proving that they never really effed with Tory. Nah, they just Will he be extradited to Canada? That's the thing. I don't think he could. He has multiple other cases, y'all. Multiple other cases. He has one where he unalived a woman in a car crash, allegedly. He has the one for August Alsina, and then he has one for that Love and Hip Hop Miami dude that he assaulted. He can't be extradited, Chad. He gotta go see his day in court for all those other cases. Does he still have to stand? Yes, he does. The states picked this up. They picked this up. It's crazy. India, okay, I'm gonna be real honest because I feel like some of y'all know me. Y'all know we've been bonded for like a year now. I'm over here smiling, but it's like a nervous one. Like, are we being punked? And I'm not saying that I'm not happy. I'm just shocked because I really thought that the defense was good. We don't know how Jay-Z got anything to do with this. That's what, but they've been saying this Rock Nation conspiracy all week. I'm like, where did this come from? Like, y'all really think, let's be clear. I'm not saying Megan Thee Stallion's not big, but I don't think she's that big for them to go after Tory Lanez like this. Like, when the defense said that Megan Thee Stallion got a Grammy off of her being harmed, that is simply not true. The Savage remix came out April of 2020, well before she was shot. So she was gonna get that Grammy off rips. Y'all wanna know why? Because Queen B is the Grammy grabber, period. So she was gonna get it. She was gonna get it. Send the little leprechauns to marshmallows and go queens. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. I didn't see it. Hold on. You said because Rock Nation is Jay-Z shit. Yeah, but I don't think they going to court. They was saying Rock Nation had an informant in court. I'm like, the informant ain't getting more than the reporters. Like, there is no informant. What the informant gonna do? And Megan wasn't going to court. She was only there for one day when she had to testify. The Beehive don't play. Tory better fall back, baby. His daddy better keep it cute. Them Beehives are not. Y'all know them and Tabitha Brown's people. I'm gonna always bring this example up. When Wendy Williams attacked Tabitha Brown in the Tabbage Patch, the Tab Patch attacked her with avocados in her comments. I will never get over that. Like, that was so funny to me. I hope Wendy Williams is getting better though. But the avocados in the chat still lives with me till today. I don't know why they keep bringing up Rock Nation, baby. They ain't have nothing to do with this. They don't. The Manosphere and Daystar is crying in the car. Girl, they knocking all the shit over. They really are. And everybody who, of course, still stands in solidarity with Tory, y'all fine to feel the way y'all feel. Y'all really are. Because if it was not guilty on all three verdicts, we would be knocking shit over too. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm just really shocked. I can't even gloat yet because I'm really in shock. Somebody's talking about, because y'all know Twitter is owned by Elon Musk. They're like, Elon, you next. I'm hollering. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm about to get up off here. This was a good live. This was a good live. I didn't think they was gonna come back with a verdict like this, baby. Brina, hold on. We don't know. Let me see if Megan Cunningham reported if that little baby was in court today. I don't think so. I hope he was not there. My friend gonna kill me because I'm supposed to be packaging her orders, y'all. Okay, let me share my screen. I didn't really cover this trial the way I could have if I was really privy to a lot of information, but thank y'all for the good jobs. I didn't really do much. Megan Thee Stallion's lawyer has released a statement. The jury got it right. I'm thankful there is justice for Meg. Oh, that's sweet. I can't get back into the courthouse to go back to the 12th floor, but I'm sure if someone does talk on camera up there, it will be readily available and I can post it for the masses. People are a little rattled by the chaotic scene after verdict. Lots of adrenaline pumping right now. I agree. It is a lot of adrenaline. Like it's no look at this. They said, "We love you, Megan. Thank you for all the updates." I'm talking about Megan Cunniff, not Megan Thee Stallion, y'all. This is funny. I'm gonna have to steal that. Does anybody else, when y'all see funny video, like funny memes or pictures, I save that because I'll text. I'll use that in the text one day. Let's see what else she had to say. Tory Lane's father stood up and screamed, "This is a wicked system." He screamed at the prosecutors that they are evil and they know exactly what they did here. His stepmother stood up screaming and yelling. Father was yelling about Rock Nation. Tory Lanez was remanded on the spot, led out in handcuffs by sheriff's deputies. There were 6 total in the courtroom, 2 at the door and 4 behind Lanez. There was quite a scene when they tried to get Lane's father and stepmother under control. One woman in the gallery held up her hand as Tory's father was screaming about Rock Nation and wicked injustice, repeating, "In the name of Jesus!" Deputies were forcing them out into the hallway and telling the gallery we had to stay seated. One woman turned and looked at the reporters sitting behind her, including me, and said, "Jay-Z is a bitch. Report that. Jay-Z is a bitch." Right now, reporters are in the media area on the 12th floor hoping to get comments from someone. The 12th floor is the only area that they can record and take photos. I went outside to see what the scene is like. Lots of people, but Tory's family isn't around. Wow. Wow. Not in the name of Jesus. I'm happy for Megan. Hopefully this gives her some peace. Still won't forget what she didn't want to live. Yeah, I won't forget that either. When she said she didn't want to live, I won't ever live that down. But I do hope that she finds good people to be around. She puts that bottle down. And hopefully Holly Weird doesn't affect her too much more. They say Tory wears a toupee and he's going to have to remove it in jail. Yes, he's bald. He's bald. Y'all better leave Jay-Z alone. Jay-Z don't even bother nobody. That man is unproblematic. And I just don't feel like he's putting any money into Megan like that. Y'all can, I just don't. I just don't. I just really don't believe it. But I'm off of here, y'all. I gotta help my friend. This was a great live. Justice for Megan, I guess. Y'all did something great today. Don't forget that. See y'all later.